Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Bradley, but you can be Bradley, and today we're going to be building a circle in Minecraft. It's a very simple thing that most builders can do to a good extent, but I haven't seen many tutorials actually explaining how you build circles in Minecraft, so I thought I'd go through it with you guys today. First thing you want to know when you're building a circle in Minecraft is that you're not really building a circle, you're building a very curvy triangle. So take this part for example. If I just turn this purple, maybe it's easier to see, maybe it's not, who knows. But you've got that chunk there of the circle, and then that just duplicates 4 times around, and that makes the circle actually have, multiple parts. So you've got this circle that's cut up into sections. Now how are you going to make the next bit, the next chunk? How do you make this chunk? First you want to start off with the size. I'm going to go for 5 to make a bigger circle this time around. 4, 5, that looks about right. And because I'm making a bigger circle, I might want to go 4, remove 1 off the edge. And one thing to know about circles is when they curve, they slowly get more and more and more, curvy as it goes along. In real life, it's just one continuous curve, but it doesn't really work like that in Minecraft. So the next one you might want to do is 2, that, to simulate the edge of a curve. Now, it's going to be difficult because... And obviously there's a lot of trial and error when it comes down to these things. That does not look great. That looks pretty rubbish actually. So what I'm actually going to do is maybe stop here, maybe turn that to 3 and then go 2, 2. How's that look? You see, now this is looking more like a oval shape, which doesn't really work. So I'll switch this to 3 instead and see if that works to make it more curvy. 2. I'll go for 2 here. Does that work? That seems to be working more. And let's see if it works. Then I do 2. Then I go 1, 2, 3. Then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And is that starting to work? Now, I'm going to finish off the circle, and you'll probably notice one thing about the big area of the circle is that even though it's slowly going for, it goes from 5 to 3 to 2 to then 2 1s and then so on. So this block here, it doesn't actually ever go into 1. It goes from 2 to another 2, but it's on an angle. So that's one thing you want to know. But when I'm finished, you'll see this circle doesn't look too much more like a circle and more square. And I'll show you how you can fix that. Now I've made this circle, it looks pretty decent. And it's not a bad circle by any means. But you'll see that in parts like this, it goes out too much. And you might want to bring it in slightly by just clicking on the edges like that. And bring it inwards. And that makes it slightly more circular. You can just do this with any of your things. If it looks like it stretches out too much, then you can just bring it inwards more. That there. And that makes this bit here goes from 2, 2 to 3 to 2 to 2. And that way these side bits act more like this middle bit here. Okay, now we've got a pretty much a perfect circle. Pretty much perfect circle. Now, one thing I can also note now is that it's going to be more, it's looking more diamond shaped. And I'm just thinking maybe to place them here. See if that works by making this 3. Yeah, and that there is sort of how you build circles in Minecraft. There's a lot going on here, and I know that's a little hard to see what's going on. But you're basically just trying to create a half curve. So let's say get this green bit. You're just trying to make this area of the base here. So even if you don't want to do the whole thing at once like I like to do it, you can just create that corner there. And once you've got a good enough curve, you can just duplicate it around to the other sides. One thing that you'll also see a lot of builders do, and I don't like doing this, is if their circles get too big, they'll do something like that in the middle of it. And it's a sort of wavy curve that from afar doesn't look too bad. But when you start adding details onto your base, it's going to get a lot harder because things are going to look a little janky and weird. So you want to keep it as straight as possible. You want to keep the same pattern for as long as possible. So now I'm just going to build a base on top of this very small little thing, and I'm going to show you some of the things you can do in a circular base that will make it look rounder. So welcome back guys, and I've built the base on top as you saw by that really quick time lapse just then. And the basic idea was that you could use walls to make it look rounder, and you use them on different intervals. Don't do them on every single one because it make the build look too less round, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it makes the build look less round. Also, one other thing I did was by adding these slabs on top, you can sort of make it look splatter up parts and things up parts. I don't know, I thought it looked neat. If you don't want to do that, it's perfectly fine. That's an idea I had. This base overall though, pretty sick, right? I mean, it's not like that thing or that thing there. It's fairly small, and it was just mainly so I could test out some texturing tricks as well while I was bored. And I made the circle actually look like a circle, so that's good. Big cylinder thing. Also, sorry about this tree if it doesn't look. It's the best tree I've ever made, so it's pretty awesome. But it's not as good as you'll see on other YouTubers, so it's pretty neat. Anyway, if you want to check out my other videos, please do, because I spend a lot of time on them, especially this newest one. I put a lot of time into editing it and making it good, so if you want to check that out, that's perfectly fine. You can go check that out. I've also made some pretty cool shorts recently, and yeah, if you want to see more content that's not like this, because I do a lot of varied content, at least I'm trying to do more varied content now. If you want to see more content that's not like this, subscribe. If you want to see more content that is like this, also subscribe, because I might do another one, like how to build squares. Those are hard to build, right?